The Arcade. Deep Dive. Tales from the games you played.
Okay, so let's start with the name of our hero, Zak McKracken. It sounds so perfectly bizarre, so fitting for a tabloid journalist.
Right, it's iconic. It has that punchy, all-American, slightly ridiculous feel to it.
You'd think a team of creatives spent weeks brainstorming it, but no, they literally pieced it together from a Marin County telephone book.
No way? Seriously? Just flipped through the phone book? That is maybe the most perfect origin story for this game I could imagine. It captures the whole vibe.
Exactly, because the entire creation of this game, Zak McKracken and the Alien Mindbenders, is this incredible collision of the deeply serious and the completely absurd. And it all starts with a vision that had nothing to do with comedy.
Okay, so let's go there. We're at Lucasfilm Games in the mid-1980s. This is a special place. George Lucas has founded this group not just to make movie tie-ins, but to be a real creative force in a new medium.
They've just released Maniac Mansion in '87, which was a huge step forward with its Scum engine. And one of the designers, David Fox, has this idea for the next big adventure game.
And his idea is not what the final game became. Not even close, right?
Not at all. The working title was Ancient Astronauts. The hero was just named Jason. Fox described his goal as creating something with a new age approach that was at the same time uplifting, entertaining, and funny, but the humor was meant to be much more subtle.
So, more earnest. He was genuinely into what he called new agey woo-woo stuff. Ancient aliens, psychic phenomena, mysterious civilizations. He wanted to make a game that felt more global than Maniac Mansion, exploring all these real-world hotspots like Stonehenge and the pyramids.
Yeah, the tone he was originally going for was much closer to Indiana Jones, a serious adventure grounded in these fringe theories he found fascinating. He was taking the source material very seriously.
And that's the thing. He didn't just read a few books. To get the details right for this woo-woo stuff, Lucasfilm's general manager Steve Arnold did something pretty unusual.
He connected Fox with a professional, a guy named David Spangler, who was a well-known New Age writer and spiritualist.
Wait, so they brought in an actual mystic as a consultant for a video game in the 80s?
They did. Fox spent several days just brainstorming with Spangler, who fed him tons of the locations and concepts that ended up in the final game. All these ideas about crystals, telepathy, the face on Mars, that came from a place of genuine belief and expertise.
That's incredible. So the world building, which feels so zany and random when you play it, is actually grounded in a specific researched esoteric tradition. It wasn't just made up.
Exactly. Fox took all that raw material and spent months writing a comprehensive design document, and all of this was being built on the Scum engine, the script creation utility for Maniac Mansion, which was the technical backbone that made these point-and-click adventures possible.
So you have a serious, deeply researched New Age adventure concept built on revolutionary technology. It sounds like it's on a clear path. And then a different key player from Maniac Mansion steps in.
And then Ron Gilbert enters the chat. He looks at this serious concept and basically says, what if we made it weird? What if we made it hilarious?
This is the pivotal moment. It's a huge strategic decision. Fox's game sounds interesting, but its commercial appeal is maybe limited. A serious New Age game is a niche.
A huge niche, but Gilbert saw that you could keep all that amazing, well-researched content, the aliens, the crystals, Atlantis, but completely change its meaning by reframing it through comedy. He persuaded Fox to amplify the humorous elements, to push it into much weirder territory.
So they have this big brainstorming session at Skywalker Ranch, and this is where the core concept gets twisted. They decide to change the protagonist from the earnest Jason into a sleazy, down-on-his-luck tabloid reporter.
And that one change unlocks everything. Suddenly, the game isn't endorsing these New Age ideas, it's looking at them with a cynical, comedic eye. It lets them have their cake and eat it too.
And that's when they go to the phone book to find a name that fits this new, weirder vibe. Zak McKracken is born. It's not just a creative choice, it's a repositioning of the entire product for a broader audience that might be skeptical of the woo-woo but loves a good laugh.
So you have this fundamental tension baked into the game's DNA. David Fox's genuine fascination with the spiritual and the mysterious,
colliding with Ron Gilbert's push for, as it was described, outrageous and twisted humor. You can feel that push and pull when you play it.
Totally. Some of the puzzles are based on genuinely esoteric ideas that came from the Spangler sessions. Others are completely absurd gags, like putting a wetsuit on a dolphin or making a sandwich to distract a bird. It's a hybrid.
And it's probably better for it. If it had been 100% Fox's original vision, it might have been too self-serious. If it was 100% Gilbert's comedy, it might have lacked the strange, compelling depth that the weird lore provides.
Yeah, the final product is this unique thing that neither of them would have made alone. It's a testament to that collaborative, almost argumentative process at Lucasfilm Games.
So, what is the legacy of this weird phone book-named game? It comes out in 1988, just a year after Maniac Mansion. It never becomes as famous as Monkey Island or Day of the Tentacle.
But it's so important. It proves the SEUM engine is a versatile platform, not a one-trick pony, and it solidifies Lucasfilm's brand as the place for smart, funny, and deeply unconventional adventure games. It set a tone.
It also feels like a lesson in product development. Don't be too precious with your initial idea. The willingness to take a serious concept and let someone else twist it into comedy, that's a rare kind of creative humility.
And they did it all in about 9 months, from concept to completion. The pace of innovation was just breakneck back then.
It's a perfect snapshot of a specific moment in time at a legendary company with a team that wasn't afraid to consult mystics, pivot their entire strategy in a single meeting, and find their hero's name next to the number for a local plumber.
And the result is a game that decades later is still one of the strangest and most charmingly bizarre adventures ever made. All thanks to the Alien Mindbenders and the Marin County phone book.